All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about a really big deal for European consumer protection, the new General Product Safety Regulation. And trust me, this isn't just some small update. It's a complete rewrite that's going to affect pretty much every product you buy.
I want you to think about the last thing you bought online. You know, that smart gadget, a new kitchen appliance, maybe a toy for your kid. How do you actually know it's safe? It seems like a simple question, right? But the answer, well, it's gotten incredibly complicated.
And that complication is exactly why we're here. The way we shop today is a whole different world compared to 20 years ago. The old safety rules, they just couldn't keep up. So the rulebook had to be torn up and rewritten for our digital age. To really understand why this new regulation was so necessary, we need to rewind the clock a little bit. Let's take a look at just how big the gap was between the old rules and the world we live in now.
I mean, think about it. The last major safety directive came out in 2001. That was a world of brick-and-mortar stores and simple products that didn't connect to anything. Fast forward to today, we're buying smart, interconnected devices from global marketplaces, products that get software updates that can literally change how they work overnight. The old rules were just not built for this.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This quote is right from the regulation itself. The European Union basically put its hands up and said, yeah, our old rules are out of date. We have to deal with new tech and online shopping. It was a clear signal that the system needed a major fix. So, what's the fix? Well, the EU has created a brand new safety rulebook for all of us, the General Product Safety Regulation, or as you'll hear it called, the GPSR. So the GPSR is a new, legally binding law for the entire EU, covering products you buy in a physical store and anything you click Add to Cart on. And this isn't some far-off idea. The clock is ticking. It goes into full effect on December 13th, 2024. Now, at the very heart of the GPSR is this really clear definition of what a safe product is. And it's not just about, not exploding. It's about providing a high level of protection in any way you could reasonably expect someone to use it. That sets the bar really high. And what's a dangerous product? Well, this is refreshingly simple. If it doesn't meet that high standard for safety we just talked about, it's dangerous. Period. There's no gray area. The checklist for safety just got a lot longer and a lot smarter. Now, regulators have to look at all these modern risks. How does this smart toaster talk to my smart fridge? What are the cybersecurity risks? Can it be hacked? What about its AI? Does it learn and change? And, this is crucial, does it pose a specific risk to vulnerable people, like kids or the elderly? Okay, so we've got these tough new rules, but who's actually on the hook for making sure they're followed? This is where the GPSR gets super specific about creating a clear chain of responsibility. The regulation points to three main players in the supply chain. It all starts with the manufacturer, the one who actually makes the thing. Then it goes to the importer, who brings it into the EU. And finally, the distributor, who gets it to you. Each one has a very specific job to do. First up, the manufacturer. Their job is the foundation for everything. They have to design safety into the product from the very beginning. And this is key, they have to create all the technical documents to prove it's safe. They can't just say it is, they have to show their work. Next, you've got the importer. You can think of them as the gatekeepers for any product coming from outside the EU. Before that product can even hit the market here, the importer is legally responsible for checking that it meets all EU safety standards and that the manufacturer did their job right. And finally, there is the distributor. This could be a big retailer or a small shop. They're the last line of defense. Their job is to do a final check before they sell it, making sure it has all the right labels and safety info from the manufacturer and importer. See, everyone has a role. All right, now let's talk about what might be the biggest game changer in this entire regulation, the brand new rules aimed squarely at the giants of e-commerce. This is huge. For the very first time, big online marketplaces can't just say, hey, we're just a neutral platform. Nope, now they are being pulled directly into the safety net. They have a whole list of legal duties now, but the big one is that they must act on official orders to take down dangerous products, and they have to actively help with recalls. And here's the kicker. How fast do they have to move? Just two working days. Once an authority issues an order to remove a dangerous listing, the clock starts ticking. This puts real pressure and, more importantly, real accountability on these online platforms.
So let's be realistic. Even with all these checks, what happens when a dangerous product still manages to slip through and end up in our homes? Well, the GPSR also beefs up the EU's safety net and makes your rights as a consumer super clear. The heart of this safety net is a system called SafetyGate. You might actually remember its old name, RAPEX. It's basically a rapid alert system that lets authorities in all EU countries share information the second they find a dangerous product. It ensures a problem found in, say, Spain can be dealt with immediately in Germany. Now let's make this personal. Imagine you get that email or notification. A product you bought has been recalled. It's dangerous. What are you actually entitled to? Under the GPSR, your right to a remedy is crystal clear. The business that sold you the product has to offer you at least two choices, and they have to be totally free of charge. You can get it repaired, get a safe replacement, or get a proper refund. The important part is the choice is yours, and they can't drag their feet. So what's the bottom line here? The GPSR is building a modern safety net. For you and me, it means stronger rights. For businesses, it means they know exactly what their responsibilities are from the factory floor to the online checkout. The end goal? A marketplace that's actually safer for all of us. This new regulation is designed to tackle the challenges of today, of AI and interconnected devices. But it leaves us with one last, really big question to chew on. As technology keeps accelerating, what's product safety even going to mean in the future? What's the next frontier we'll have to prepare for?